who they're going to be, the person that you're dealing with years down the road. Like Nickelodeon that I worked with back on the old series, a lot of people, express surprise or shock that I worked with Nickelodeon again. Oh my God, after last time, after what they did to you. It's like, you don't know what they did to me. I lie a lot about stuff. But that Nickelodeon that I dealt with back in like 1998 up to like 2002, that's a completely different, that's
Just for
different
the
time.
people.
So all the people that I dealt with on the movie were completely new people. Some of them had been around, but they were like the assistants of the people I dealt with from back in the day. Things change over so fast. On our production, things changed over. It went from incredibly nurturing to, get out of here. We got other stuff coming in. You don't know who you're going to be dealing with. So making a deal with, like, I want you to guarantee that this just doesn't work, and I might not want to be dealing with that person, the new people, 3 years from now. It's just constantly in flux. Yeah. So no, I just wanted to make a movie.
I will say though, like, I remember they came to you, they were like, do you want to make Zim? And you were like, no, get out of my face. And then the wheels, Jhonen has a thing where like the wheels start turning for stories. And the second, like, you start coming up with ideas, you start getting excited about the ideas.
Yeah.
And then like you started getting excited about writing, so you were like, oh wait, I have this thing I can do. And I think that's probably what sparked the okay on that, because the gears were going.
Yeah, like I just told them, I'll think about it. If I have the idea, if I have the idea that makes sense. And just some time passed, and I drove from LA to the Bay Area. I was visiting home. And on just one of these drives, I just started imagining. So it came in 2 stages. A song that I just randomly started singing while taking a shower, and then just a couple of ideas that I had while on a drive that didn't really end up in the movie, but they were sort of the spark. And pretty much that day of driving, I emailed the guy that I was dealing with at Nickelodeon. He was like, I think this makes sense. I think I've got an idea that makes sense. And they were just like, cool, do it. And just moved from there. Yes.
So like skeptical of nostalgia and sort of propping up the past just because. And at the same time, I think voices in cartoons are so important. Like in the Transformers movie, the first one, when Optimus Prime opened his mouth, I was like, oh my God, like this is. So if
that was at the very beginning. I remember that. I saw that and was so excited. I was like, undeniably,
exactly.
Oh my God, Peter Cullen, this is fucking awesome. And then the movie happened.
Right. So I remember that.
And it actually drove it home at that point, because by the end of the movie, freaking Megatron shows up and he's like, says his name.
Right.
Megatron.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not Megatron. That's not. But the audience was like, woo! Because they were like, I guess that's our Megatron now. I love him, but he didn't earn anything. He didn't Megatron anything. He was just a thing that didn't look like Megatron. That said,
so strong.
that's that thing that I was talking about. It's that thing where you're just supposed to go, I recognize that thing. I guess I love it.
Right, exactly. So, if Horowitz wasn't available, would you have still made the movie?
No.
It was do or die with him.
Oh yeah.
He's
Zim.
Well, I was thinking, when I picture Zim, I hear his voice.
Yeah, there's no other.
The picture is, so.
Yeah, to that extent, if I need certain things to still be there, because he's Zim.
Yeah, probably if any main crew member weren't available from the series, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
They're just too much who they are.
Right. But in terms of nostalgia being the driving force for why I made it, why it's good, no, it's just kind of
Okay, can I follow up then, if I may?
Sure.
So in as much as we all agree that Horvitz is Zim, can you talk about the original act of casting Zim? How you landed on Horvitz? Were there any other contenders? Because I assume, you had Zim, you had Drew Zim, you probably wrote the script before you casted it.
Yeah. Everyone here that he's asking about the process of casting Richard Horvitz for Zim, and it's kind of annoying. When I started the pilot, I must have been around, I was like 22, and so I didn't have any experience in animation. I went in and I was kind of attached to a bunch of more seasoned vets to guide me through the process. But certain aspects like casting voices and stuff like that, I knew what I wanted. I know what a character is supposed to be. You still audition people and you're like, this guy makes sense. You have to find the embodiment of the character. But like I said before,
Were you aware of Horvitz from Angry Beavers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was jagged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember watching Angry Beavers just because of his voice, honestly.
Yeah. He's great. He's
He's
amazing.
so distinct.
Like I was saying earlier, a lot of finding character for me is finding someone to kind of impersonate you. It's like when Andy came in, he just made sense because the way he spoke, a little bit like me. It was like there's a bunch of words kind of backed up. So Dibs just got this pent up, very frustrated. He's always up here, and he just and it's like, oh my God, that's perfect. Finding Zim was harder because I needed someone to be this other part of me that was just completely oblivious, but utterly confident.
Dramatic.
Very dramatic, or stentorian.
Yeah.
Bad actors who don't know are amazing.
Not to say that Richard's a bad actor.
No.
Because he's far from it.
But the fact that Zim could play that,
Yeah.
got that aspect of it. Because I needed someone who could, Zim's character is always, he's bad Hamlet without your skull. He's always, hands up! And Richard, immediately, he got it. But at the time, Nickelodeon was really opposed to using him because he had just come off of Angry Beavers. That was still ending, and they thought he was too recognizable. And so they were bringing in actor after actor. They're like, but don't worry about it. We're going to bring in all these big names at the time, which was cool. I got to meet Mark Hamill, who came in and actually did the voice on the pilot originally. And it was cool, but I had already heard Richard, and so I kept fighting for Richard to come in. The pilot got tested with Mark Hamill, I think, if I recall correctly, and we got picked up based on that. By that point, I think they just relented because I was either just like a big pain in the ass, or they saw it. They saw how Richard and I worked. Richard came in and we just got along. And it was, Zim ends up being this weird hybrid of what Richard brings into it and what I wanted Zim to already be. So Zim was always that character who would be screaming and go up into that, and he got that part so well. And then he threw in his Richard stuff, his I don't know, his weirdness. And I loved it. I love working with him, which is I was bitching to Ricky about this recently, which is why when I hear Richard in other things post Zim, Zim kind of became like this lazy direction for other voice directors who hire Richard. They're like, do that thing, So you'll hear like other characters suddenly doing this, and it's like, what? That's hey, what are you doing? So you hear like chaos and Skylanders, and it's like, that's just kind of Zim with bad writing. It makes me sad. Not complaining about Richard being in stuff in general, like he's in Psychonauts. And that's definitely Richard, you can tell it's Richard, but they're not telling him to be Zim. I don't know if that answered your question, but Richard was great. But it wasn't an immediate process.
He is great. He's still great.
No, he was great.
Yeah, are you scared of moose?
Am I scared of moose?
Yeah, you're not even on settling ash, a monster and moose.
Yeah.
You're getting moose so that his parents don't moose.
I don't kind of like the waffle thing. I think it's just kind of like a go-to word. Maybe it's like a Monty Python thing.
Knowing you're actually more afraid of bears.
Yeah, bears. Yeah, no, I'm sure if I was in the presence of a moose, I'd be incredibly uncomfortable. But I am scared of bears where there just aren't bears. I'll be in a mall and be like, fuck, what if a bear turned that corner? You have bear malls?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I'd like to see one. Yeah,
They're
they're
massive.
gigantic. But they're like real ornery, apparently, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been killed by a moose?
They blocked their driveway though, quite a bit. It's like, what the fuck do you do?
Really? You actually had moose in your driveway?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Canada.
I live where, like, I don't know. Well,
You get coyotes.
coyotes.
Deer.
That's about its nature. Raccoons and
Raccoons.
possums.
Big fat raccoon.
I walked with a possum during Opera
That's lovely.
Yeah.
He held hands.
Yeah.
It's real sweet.
There was a building, I was walking home, and there was there's an apartment complex that's lined with bushes, and then there's just this medical center that's just a flat wall and sidewalk, and you turn, and then my house is up this hill. I was walking, and I was about to reach the medical building, and from the bushes comes this possum who they don't want to be exposed. They want to hide. And he just made the mistake of coming out at the wrong time. And so he's just like pressed against the wall, like trying to be stealthy. And I'm walking, and he's just like, and I'm just walking, trying not to scare him anymore. And also, those things are pretty nasty. They have like teeth like the alien queen. They're like these transparent needles. We walked for a while. Yeah. He just, I was laughing. He was just like crawling, trying to be invisible.
But at the end, you guys exchanged Instagram.
We did. Yes.
Besides the Zim comic, any other comic projects on the horizon or in your mind that are possibly?
Plenty in my mind, but I'm mostly animation and live action.
If someone will let you do it.
Yeah, since the movie ended, I've just kind of been floating, not trying to think of anything specific, but it's kind of getting to the point where I'm getting a little antsy, and hopefully something will solidify soon. But let's see.
Anything you want to talk about? Or?
Just random stuff?
No, I mean,
Anything you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, no, any comics ideas that you're especially excited about, or any animation or live action ideas that you're trying to get out there, or if it's a secret.
They're kind of secret.
Yeah.
A little bit secret. I almost worked on Love, Death, and Robots, but I was working on the Zim movie, so I had to say no, which really was hard because I wanted very badly to be part of it. Yeah, if they go for a season 2, I feel like it's doing right. Hopefully that furthers adult animation in America. Let's be something a little bit more ambitious. But yeah, didn't work out. Yeah.
Hi, what do you think about the current state of TV animation?
What do I think about the current state of TV animation? It's a broad question.
Yeah, because I remember, like, I watched something, I think there was a live stream for some, I guess, for the last season,
Hmm?
when Grundy got asked some question, and his response was like, yeah, it's not going to the point where you thought it was going to get when you started in Toy Story,
Yeah.
and like how big it was going to get.
I mean, I still find it to be very much the same as it was when I got into it. All the, like I was saying before, all the real money goes to kids animation. Adult animation, like animation is still very much seen as kid stuff. And adult animation is seen as kind of so bad that it's good, cheap animation. And I would love for that to change. I want cool looking adult stuff. The concept of adult is still, being defined here. What do you think? What do you think of?
I mean, I think that there's like a pretty big shift happening right now because we have like cable networks that are like becoming invalid now because people don't have cable anymore. So now you have like more streaming services like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon that are like making their own content. And what is nice about that is that I think it will leave more room for more experimental, more weird stuff. So I'm hoping that we actually come back around. Like I think back to like things in the '90s, like cartoon sushi and stuff like that, and liquid television, just like weirdy stuff. I think that I'm hoping that there'll be more of an opportunity to do something a little stranger and a little bit more like weird and like a little bit more like age flexible too, because like I think with cable they try to like lock it into age groups so tight, so then it's like this is for your 7 to 9, this is for your like 11 to whatever. So I mean, we were just talking to Curtis today about that, like age flexibility becoming more of a thing. So like making stuff that's for kids and adults that rides that line a little bit more, and that stuff like is really exciting to me, where it's not so cemented in like a specific idea. Like even just like the little kids show that I was pitching, like when I talked to Nickelodeon about it, they were like, we're gonna have to pair you with child psychologists, and it's gonna be this whole thing, and like you were gonna have to like work with these like very hard parameters because they're worried about like this age label, but like that's why I'm not doing it there. That's why I'm taking it somewhere else, because I'd like to make something that feels like not pandering or not like it's speaking down to anybody age group wise. But I feel like there's more room for that, and that's exciting. So hopefully that's the case in the next few years.
It's just so I don't know. There's so much chance in this random nature to getting stuff made still. It just comes down to the people that you're talking to, and those people are constantly being cycled in and out.
Yeah, it's amazing how quick the like shifts are. Like the Disney that we started Very Important House with, Disney that ended with Very Important House. It's a totally different scheme.
Yeah, I'll often get approached by people at networks or various places when they're feeling ambitious and like they're in this phase of like we're wanting to really push some stuff, take a few risks, and then production takes years. So in those years, suddenly attitudes, things kind of contract, and suddenly it gets really conservative. And they're like, "What are you doing here?" Well, you asked me here. They're like, "Oh, we made a mistake." That's really common.
It's incredibly common. I worked on Secret Run Fort Awesome like ages ago on Cartoon Network, which I'm sure no one here saw. It's like a super weird show. There's like a main character that was made completely of butts, and his name was the Fart. And like halfway through our season, it was like, oh God, what have we made? And they like pulled it off the air.
He's made of butts.
Oh no! It was like a season in. They were like, ugh. But like, yeah, the shifts. It was so quick. Yeah.
So it depends on what day you ask me.
Yeah.
What I think of the state of
So just a question for both of you. For character designs, on the original show and the movie, were there any in particular that you guys really like that you could just do something crazy with, and why do you like them so much?
Designs on the movie or the series?
Either works. And
It's kind of hard to talk about stuff in the movie. Some of my favorite stuff, it's characters that haven't been seen
Yeah,
before.
there's new characters.
In terms of designs in general for the series, I always loved the tulls. Like I love drawing the tulls. They're much closer to a thing that I would draw. More creature design, praying mantis-y. But the tallest for me. I also really love Floaty.
Yeah, Floaty's pretty true in the movie too.
Yeah,
Floaty
Floaty is still
He's
Floaty.
pretty much classic Floaty.
Yeah, there's a moment with Floaty. He originally factored way more into the movie. He was a major character, and then he basically had to get written out for a time, which broke my heart because there was so much Floaty. It was heartbreaking. A lot of crying.
Ruining Ricky's voice.
Yeah, Ricky's voice gets destroyed.
Post-float. Yeah.
I got to experience some of that. I did a voice for a character in a way that I haven't done before. I got to do like a pretty
Main character.
major character in the movie. And I'm not a voice actor, so
Yeah, you just
I just-
your vocal cords.
yeah, it killed me. It couldn't go to series because it would kill me. It's the same.
Yeah.
What character?
Design-wise, I mean, I enjoyed drawing or correcting drawings most likely of drawing dads. Like her redesign was really fun. I feel like
They ended up drawing her head as just
just
a
a ball,
which
a
is
ball with like a shoe
bad.
on it. Yeah, but I still think she was one of the fun characters to draw when that would come down the pike. Like I feel like a lot of the roughness of the original jazz got smoothed out in the new designs and in a really like appealing way. I think she just looks really rad in the newer stuff. She was fun. I also like Floopsy and Schmoopsy.
Jelly beans.
I know, they're just like little wiggle puppies.
We've been told to maybe speed it up.
She wants to get the hell out.
Are we done or?
Oh, I just wanted to ask if you could do your best Invader Zim impression.
I think I did a little bit earlier. So just Jenny.
No.
So were we running out of time or were we
Well, you were only supposed to go for 90 minutes.
what?
Yeah. 2-hour slot, 90 minutes of programming in it, so I can flip the band.
Okay, well so are we done?
We can take like
One more question.
make it good.
Yeah. Who hasn't asked a question?
Just like
Yes.
Can we hear Zim sing a song?
Do we hear it in the movie?
We like the voice actor to sing Zim voice.
I'm sure they would very willingly. Richard
Yeah,
sings
just
all
find
the
it at a
time.
convention.
You don't
Just
have
be
to
like, hey, could you sit and you won't finish the sentence and it'll be like broken into a show tune.
show tunes all the time.
Endless.
Zim has never sung before. I don't think he's a very singing kind of person.
He does the doobie-doobie. Like,
Oh yeah, he
when he's-
begrudgingly
when he's dancing
dances
and the hot
is
oil is
burning.
burning.
So probably not, but there's a few instances. In terms of the future, I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, just next time you see Richard, just ask him. He'll sing for you. No question.
That was a short one. Does anyone have something
more
that like
involved
really
question.
closes this thing off? Really just ends it all. Who hasn't asked? Yes. Yes. Is the movie going to be similar to the start of the comics?
The story.
There's a lot of the first two issues.
Yeah, they kind of, the movie and the comics kind of do this.
Yeah.
They run parallel for a little bit and then they
Because I
completely-
loved the comic. I loved writing that, and there was plenty of stuff in there that I was like, I want to see this happen. So the girl eating the baby, and you don't see me baby though, sadly. I mean, that was in the script, but again, for time, because it was like a 10-minute sequence. And he's just like this, just slowly pushing it in, and kind of just chewing slowly, and then he swallows the baby. There's a what?
There's a pug.
Yeah, that's in the. Except it was a poodle in the comic.
It's a poodle in the comic. It's a pug.
It's just one of those things. Pug is funnier. So yeah, there's a lot of the comic in there, and then there's a lot of just. It stops being the comic. Pretty big. What's that?
Oh, you'll
Oh,
see.
you can read
Yeah.
the comic, and
It won't
ruin the movie at all.
Yeah, it's really just like the first half, like the first act of the comics.
Yeah.
It goes and does its own.
There were a lot of people online when that little teaser came out, the trailer, and they were like, they're just doing, this is just a comic. I'm like, you haven't even seen the movie. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Uh,
So read the comics. It's safe.
yeah, please read the comics. It's okay. Thank you, everyone. Oh, wait.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
We sure did waffle.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to TCAF 2019. The exhibition hall is still open over at the Reference Library, but we are closing this room. So I will have to ask all of you to exit.